We return to the Lick Reactivity Center at Worry Arena. Brad Anderson with you with coverage from the NDSCS Boys Basketball Bonanza, our second and final game of the day here on the airwaves. Still to come tonight, Richland and T.O. Spazina, and then followed at 7 p.m. approximately with Hankinson and Lisbon. As here at the Blickery, we have 4 down, 3 games to go. Our next matchup will count towards the Region 1 standings. The Northern Cass Jaguars come in at 12-6. The Jags now 7-3 in the region. Good game last night up at Northern Cass, falling to the Richland Colts 68-60. Jags jumped out to a 6-point lead after the opening quarter at 15-9, tied at 29 at halftime, and then the Colts led in part Carter Ling in a big game last night for Richland, 32 points. The Jags fell behind, just couldn't mount up a run. Didn't shoot as well as they are capable of from the outside, as ends up being 68-60, the final score in that one. Jace Crockett, a memorable night for him, 25 points for Jason. He had a pair of free throws late in the first quarter and got to 1,000 in his career, so he now sits at 1,021 and counting here in his junior season for the Jags. Colby Vanderwall had 11 points, all those coming in the first half, as the Colts held Connor Jensen to just 7 points last night. 7 points, but Connor did grab a total of 16 rebounds. Jags will take on the Sargent Central Cadets as the Cadets come in just one win of the year. 1 win, 16 losses. That win came at the Barnes County Tournament over Finley, Shear, and Hope Page. 55-46. They have lost 8 consecutive games, losing last night to Barnes County North. 75-47 was the final score there. They lost to Wyndmere Lidgerwood on the 14th, 53-41, as in that game for Sargent Central, Jaden Hayek led the Cadets with 10 points. Dylan Schreiner had 7. As Hayek 10 points. He also led the Cadets that game with 5 rebounds. The Cadets have 2 region games left. This one here with the Jags. They'll finish up at Castleton Thursday. They can, well, we'll see. They cannot, I don't believe they, well, if they would win today, they could climb up perhaps to number 12, but it looks like they are right now sitting potentially as, and more than likely, as that number 13 seed, which means they might get maybe the Jags, maybe the Squirrels perhaps in the play-in round coming up on March 2nd. Take a timeout. Our Hunter Grain Company starting lineups just around the corner as well as we get ready for game number 5 of the day here at the Blick Reactivity Center. The Jaguars at 12-6. The Sargent Central Cadets come into this matchup at 1-16 on the season. We will come back with more of our pregame report. Starting lineups and tip-off just moments away. We'll be back with more after this 2-minute timeout.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only of the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ND Sports Channel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup here first for the home team on the scoreboard, the Sargent Central Cadets. They come in at 1-16, coached by Zach Kapang. Starting lineup will go like this. The guards will be number 3, Dylan Schreiner. As Schreiner, a 5'9 senior, will be joined in the backcourt by number 10, Austin Wilprecht. He is a 5'10 junior. Forwards will be number 4, Tyler Wittich. Wittich is a 6'1 senior. He'll be joined by Logan Wyam as another guard. Third guard Wyam, number 15. He is a 6-foot senior. And the other forward will be Jaden Hayek, number 24. He is a 6'3 senior. So for the Cadets, the guards will be Schreiner, Wilprecht, and Wyam. Forwards are Hayek and Wittich. Cadets in the home whites with blue lettering and numerals outlined in red and red, white, and blue trim. Starting lineup here for the Northern Cass Jaguars. They'll be the road team, the visiting team on the scoreboard. The guards will be number 2, Jace Crockett. 1,021 career points after 25 last night. Crockett is a 5'7 junior. Joined to the backcourt by number 3, Hunter Almaris. Almaris is a 5'6 junior. Forwards will be number 0, Colby Vanderwall. He is a 6'1 junior. And Brady Richmond, the other forward, number 14. He is a 6-foot senior. And in the middle, Connor Jensen, a 6'5 senior. 7.16 rebounds for the Northern Cass Jaguars, as Jensen averaging 17 points and just over 10 rebounds a game. Jags are in the road blacks, gold lettering and numerals outlined in white, and black and gold trim. All ready to get this one underway. Tip time will be about 4:06, actually between 4:06 and 4:07, so that last game started to get us caught up a little bit more on time. Toss the tap as Jensen and Hayek on the tap. Jags win it. And we'll see after a quick turnaround for both teams how both teams respond. Jaguars trying to keep pace in that race in the Region 1 standings. Pass tipped as they're right now battling for 4, 5, and 6 with Central Cass and Oak Grove. Vanderwall near corner with it, Hunter Almaris. Sends it back up top, Richmond. Brady will drive, stops left of the paint, enters it in for Jensen, tries to go up and under and does on Hayek. Shot no good. Second chance, Connor banks that one in. Connor Jensen put back basket. Good start. 2-0 in favor of Northern Cass. Sargent Central in the press break. Wilprecht, Hayek right wing. Free throw line. Here's a jump shot. Schreiner front rim rolls off no good. Hayek trying to save it. Cannot. Out of bounds. Ball will belong to the Jags. Talked about teams want to get a chance to play on this floor. It's a little different environment to play here. It's big, wide open for the Region 1 tournament. Some teams love this place, some not so much. Left side with it, Jensen. Entry pass in for Richmond. Turnaround shot inside, up, no good over Wyam. Put back, Vanderwall, good. Count it, and a foul called. Colby Vanderwall, you know what you're going to get out of Jensen and Crockett most nights for the Jags, but some of the wild cards here for Northern Cass, and Vanderwall is one. Good defender, maybe one of the better defenders, if not the best on this team. He knocks down the free throw on the three-point play, 5-0 Northern Cass, but boy, what he gets you point-wise is just a bonus. Vanderwall averaging close to 10 a game on the year. A traveling call against the Cadets is trying to come to a clean stop on the blocks was Wilprecht. Turnover Sargent Central. 5-0 Jags, 6:55 to go here in the opening quarter. Coverage brought to you by Arthur Senex. This is by Dakota Heritage Bank of North Dakota. Right wing Richmond finding Connor Jensen. Jensen sends it now for Crockett. Chase pulls up, free throw line, jump shot. Somebody got a hand on it. It was short and trying to save it in the short corner far side. Vanderwall could not do so. Out of bounds to Sargent Central. Next year Sargent Central will co-op and join forces with Milner North Sargent as they have in football already. I imagine they will, much like they are for football, be the Sargent County Bulldogs, although I don't have official confirmation. But the Cadets will not be on their own for basketball after this season. Hayek drops it, Wilprecht, baseline shot, 15-footer, good. The Cadets are on the board. Austin Wilprecht for two, 5-2. Sargent Central on the board, 6:15 and rolling here in the opening quarter. From the Blick Reactivity Center, runner by Crockett, baseline no. Leaping rebound, Wilprecht secures it for Sargent Central, and will find Dylan Schreiner. Schreiner across the Wildcat emblem at center court. Jaguars will go man-to-man defensively. Wilprecht, entry pass, Hayek steps back on Jensen, right wing, jump shot, rattles home. Jaden Hayek for two. Nice answer back there by the Cadets. It's now 5-4. Jaguars lead down to a point. 5:45 to go here in the opening quarter. Pass goes right wing for Brady Richmond. Cutter coming through and Crockett. Left-handed dribble. Richmond to the free throw line. Swinging around left wing for Crockett. Got the feed from Almaris. Inside Jensen. Up strong over two defenders. And drops it in for two. He's got the size and strength advantage inside. The Jags can try and take advantage. 7-4. Nice job of the press break by Sargent Central. Wilprecht. Lob out. Tipped by Vanderwall. Stolen by Colby Vanderwall. Turnover number 2 for Sargent Central. Down floor. Right wing with it is Crockett. Crockett. Scoop shot up. High off the window. No good. Rebound is grabbed by Tyler Wittich. His first rebound now for Dylan Schreiner. 5:04 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-4 your score. Up top with it. Oh, Schreiner. Schreiner behind the back dribble. Defended up top by Almaris. Austin Wilprecht out of the wing with it. Picks up his dribble. Turns. Sends it right wing. 3. Quick trigger 3. Wyam. Front rim no. Rebound deflected. And Connor Jensen scoops it up on the run. Down the right side he goes. Cross-court pass, diagonal feed inside, head fake, Vanderwall left block, shot up no good, rebound Richmond, put back and scores! Brady Richmond, offensive rebound with a putback basket. Brady last night had 7 rebounds to go with 10 points. Nice game for him, 9-4. Jags by 5. Right wing Wyam, entry pass inside Schreiner, trying to slide around Vanderwall, hands it off to Hayek in the paint. 10-footer, good, off the back rim and drops. 2 for Jaden Hayek, makes it 9-6. Back come the Jags and Crockett. Crockett drives to the rim, coast to coast, and scores. Well, he is so quick off the dribble. 11-6 your score. Zone press, they lob it over the top. Wilprecht, 2-on-2, stops. And have taken an extra step. Play continues on. Schreiner right side. Free throw line, Hayek turns. Jump shot, good. Jaden Hayek feeling it early. 6 points, 11-8 Jaguars. 3:45 to go here in the opening quarter. Good back and forth. Good pace to this one so far here at the Activity Center. Can't really tell if these teams played last night. Left side with it, Crockett on the wing. Sometimes when you play that back-to-back night, some teams come out extremely sluggish. These teams played last year at the Bonanza, and it was the first game, if I recall. There's a baseline drive. Jaguars beat the Cadets. Shot short from Crockett. Rebound, Schreiner. Dylan Schreiner down floor with it for Sargent Central. Here's off to the far corner. Bounce pass Wilprecht left wing. Pass out. Crockett tips it. Steals it. Has a man to beat. Jace will drive. Leans into the defender and scores off glass. 4 for Crockett off the turnover. He anticipated beautifully. Tipped that ball away from the Sargent Central defender and took off and scored. 13-8. Jags lead by 5 between the circles with it. Goes Dylan Schreiner for Sargent Central. Up top with it, Jaden Hayek. Hayek will drive and try to get around Jensen and then dribble it off his sneaker. Turnover number 4 for Sargent Central. Checking in for Sargent Central is 32. That is Gavin Christensen. 5'11 freshman is in. Leighton Stroman checks into the game for Northern Cass. 5'11 sophomore. Left wing with it comes Crockett. Crockett, lob inside, tipped away from Jensen. Stolen by Schreiner, and he is fouled by Crockett off the tip. Schreiner caught it and then bumped to the back by Crockett. Foul on Jace will be his first. First team foul against the Jags and a timeout. Timeout called by the Cadets. 2:36 to go in the opening quarter. From NDSCS, Northern Cass 13, Sargent Central 8. It'll be a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed, someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
As we come back, Sargent Central ball, 13-8 Northern Cass. Schreiner bounce pass Wilprecht, met by Jensen, trying to get out of the paint. And we will have a whistle and a foul called. Foul called as will be on Northern Cass, number 2 on Jace Crockett. Crockett will check out as Hunter Almaris back into the game. So early foul trouble here for Jace Crockett. 2:27 to go in the opening quarter, 13-8. Inbounds inside underneath, shot inside Christensen, muscles up, shot no good. Second chance, that one rolls through and good. Gavin Christensen has his first point, 13-10. Lead is 3 for the Jags. Stroman now at the point for Northern Cass. In there with Jensen, Richmond, Vanderwall, and Almaris with Crockett on the bench with early foul trouble. Free throw circle. Driving Jensen, backing down Hayek. Shot is up over Hayek. Back rim no good. Ball tipped, and Jaden Hayek grabs a rebound, his first for the Cadets. Inside of 2 minutes to go, 1:55 and counting. Good first quarter, 13-10 on the drive. Schreiner got bumped around and fouled. Tim Campbell to the table. The foul will be on Hunter Almaris. Blocking foul, that is Hunter's first. Third team foul against Northern Cass. Team fouls 3 on Northern Cass, 1 for Sargent Central. Minute 50 and counting here in the first. Schreiner on the drive. Stops, feet inside, tipped away. Nice job. The passing lane, reaching for it, Richmond. Brady tipped it away and out of bounds. Minute 45 to go here in the opening quarter. Our coverage brought to you by Wisher Aviation. Also brought to you by Polar Communications, the Hunter Grain Company in Casserole Water District. Far corner, 3 is on the way. Schreiner left it short. It's an air ball. Offensive rebound inside. That is Christensen, no good. And a foul inside will be, I believe, against the Jaguars. And it will be. No, it won't. Beg your pardon. Loose ball foul is going to be on Tyler Wittich. First on Wittich in the second team foul. It will be Jaguar ball. Second on Wittich, second team foul. 90 seconds to go first quarter. Right side Vanderwall to the wing, Richmond. Man-to-man defense by Sargent Central. Coming off the screen, Almaris catches up top. Hunter, crossover dribble. Trying to pick his pocket. It's stolen. Picking his pocket that time was the Cadets. Down floor Christensen. Left-handed layup, no good. That time by 23. That's Fletcher Wilprecht, 5'6" freshman in to the lineup for the Cadets, and a loose ball foul, I believe, against Sargent Central. Was the ball batted out of bounds? John Reichel will check into the game for Almaris for Northern Cass. Reichel, 5'9" sophomore, has just come back in recent games, coming back from knee surgery. Foul was on Fletcher Wilprecht of the Cadets, his first, third team foul. Right wing Richmond posting up Jensen, entry pass. He'll back down Hayek, shot blocked. Hayek with a rejection. Picked up by Wilprecht. Down floor with it. Christensen drives to the rim. Pass Reichel and scores. Gavin Christensen for 2. 1 point game. Off the block shot from Hayek. 13-12. Jags up a point. Entry pass. Grabbed by Jensen off the glass. Spins off. No. Hayek another rebound. That's his third by our numbers. Cadets a chance to grab the lead here. The final minute of the first quarter. Schreiner between the circles with it for Sargent Central. Will find Fletcher Wilprecht. Wilprecht right side between the legs on the dribble beyond the 3-point arc. 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Schreiner right wing up top. Finding Austin Wilprecht. Right-handed drive chased by Stroman. He'll stop right side. 15-footer no. Richmond grabs the rebound for Northern Cass. Shot clock off. 15 seconds and counting here in the opening stanza as Stroman across the NDSCS Wildcat logo. Willie Wildcat at center court. Right wing with it, Reichel. 6 seconds to go in the first. Reichel up top. Vanderwall up fake. Colby will drive. Puts up the runner short corner. Dances and off no good as the first quarter comes to a close. 1 quarter in the books here at the Blick Reactivity Center. Northern Cass 13, Sargent Central 12. Second quarter coming up in 1 minute.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed. Someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Sargent Central ball. We start the second quarter. Schreiner pulls up just inside the arc right wing. Shot rattles in and out, no good. And Leighton Stroman grabs the rebound. It is Stroman. Crockett back into the game. Joe Nelson in for Northern Cass, number 34, 6'4 junior. Vanderwall drives to the blocks, met by a pair of defenders. Bounce pass wide. Stroman picks it up. Free throw line extended. Jump shot good for Leighton Stroman. Stroman been slowed by an ankle injury earlier in the year and gets his first points off the bench. Jaguars did not get a point from their bench last night against Richland. 15-12. Northern Cass by 3. Fletcher Wilprecht with it for Sargent Central. Picks up the dribble, a couple feet beyond the top of the key. Logan Wyam, lob inside. Christensen catches off the pick and roll, lays it up and in. Lob over the defender, and Christensen a one-handed catch and finishing off glass. 15-14. 1 point Northern Cass advantage. Crockett, Chase on the drive, pulls up inside the foul line. Shot short, rebound deflected into the hands of Fletcher Wilprecht for the Cadets. On the left side with it comes Wyam. 6:52 to go second quarter. 15-14 in favor of Northern Cass. Crossover Wyam. Pass Vanderwall. Good help defense. Help and recover there by Joe Nelson. Wilprecht drives underneath. Cut off by a pair of defenders. And Reichel rips the ball free. Turnover. Number 5 for Sargent Central. Reichel. Vanderwall. High on the right side. Leighton Stroman. Cross court Crockett. Jace 3. Near side. Good. Jace Crockett buries the three-point shot. He has 7 numbers here on Jace Crockett as he came in shooting 30% from three-point range, averaging 23 points a game. One of the top scorers in Region 1. He and Cole Myers in that category. 18-14. Jags lead by 4. Fletcher Wilprecht up top. Bounce pass Hayek. You'll see Myers here at the Activity Center. Shot short, put back up, no good. Richland and T.O. Spazzino will come up next here at the Blickery. Hayek fouled on the second chance. He has 4 rebounds. He'll get to the free throw line. Foul number 4 as a team against Northern Cass. The personal on Joe Nelson. His first. Hayek will shoot 2. Free throw is up and good. So 7 for Hayek. Brady Richmond into the game for the Jaguars for Leighton Stroman. 5 now for Northern Cass. It is Nelson, Richmond, Vanderwall, Reichel, and Crockett. 18-15 Jags. Second toss, missed that one, and leaping rebound, elevating Vanderwall. Colby gets his second board. Pass down floor, right wing, Richmond. Screen coming from Nelson. Brady thought about a 3, enters it inside, down to the blocks. Head fake, Joe Nelson puts it up, high up the glass and missed it. Nelson, the offensive rebound, following his shot. Richmond, Vanderwall, left side, Colby, three-pointer, good! Vanderwall buries the triple, 21-15. The lead extended back out thanks to a couple of three-pointers by the Jags. 21-15 Northern Cass. Crockett tips it away from Schreiner. Dillon gets it back. Feed across the paint. Hayek, head fake. Drops it off for Schreiner in the paint. Falls away. Just inside the foul line. Jump shot good. Dylan Schreiner, his first points of the afternoon. 21-17 Northern Cass. Reichel left wing of the drive. Flips up the shot with the right hand. No. Vanderwall put back and he lays it in. Leading up the mess inside, Vanderwall picked up the loose change. 8 points, 3 rebounds for Vanderwall. 23-17 Northern Cass. 5:03 to go second quarter. Jaguars man-to-man defensively. Right wing, Wyam. Quick trigger 3, catch and shoot, no good. Richmond grabs the rebound, down floor, Reichel. Reichel far sideline, pulls up with a three-point arc. Crockett between the circles, shot fake. Jace will drive, puts up the floater, up no good. Tapped up by Jace, that one short. Wyam grabs the rebound. Outlet pass, and here comes Schreiner. Schreiner down the right side with it. Works his way between the circles for Sargent Central. 4:35 to go in the second. And to come off a screen, Wilprecht. They find Wyam left side. Schreiner trying to set a screen. Wyam cut off by Vanderwall in the corner. Now Hayek between the circles with it. That is Dylan Schreiner. It's a step on Richmond. Wraparound pass deflected inside as he tried to find Christensen. Out of bounds, turnover, Sargent Central. That is their 6th. Turnover 6 for the Cadets, just 1 for Northern Cass. Connor Jensen into the game for the Jaguars for Colby Vanderwall. Coverage brought to you today by Kelly's Cafe at Arthur, Jerry's Excavating of Castleton, Arthur Senex, Highway 18, Arthur, and Bank North. 4:08 second quarter, right side Richmond on the wing. Entry past Jensen. Jensen, surrounded by a pair of defenders, takes a step back, jump shot good. 6 for Connor Jensen. Lead back to 8 for Northern Cass, 25-17 Jags, inside of 4 minutes to go first half. This one clipping along as Schreiner stops, three-pointer rattles off too strong. Ball tipped into the hands of Joe Nelson, trying to clear it. And a reach-in foul called. It's going to be on Fletcher Wilprecht, trying to bat that one away from Joe Nelson. Second on Wilprecht, 14th foul against the Cadets. Brock Carpenter checks out of the game for the Jaguars. Brock, a 5'11 sophomore, is in for John Reichel. Jaguar ball, Crockett. Bryce Laxdal barks out instructions, second-year head coach of Northern Cass. Inside Jensen, up strong, he'll lay it up and in for 2. 8 for Jensen is 20, Gage Swanson, 5'10 senior, in for the first time for the Cadets, 10-point lead. Biggest for the Jags here in the half at 27-17. Here's a drive getting to the right blocks. Tyler Wittich stops. Right wing. Christensen trying to back down Carpenter. Works his way underneath. Forces up a shot. No good. Rebound Joe Nelson. Trying to secure that rebound. Does. Outlet Crockett. Chase down the left side with it for Northern Cass. On the drive. Crockett past a pair of defenders. Sweeping right-handed shot. No good. Put back Jensen. Good. Count it. And a foul on Sargent Central. Connor Jensen a chance for the three-point play. Boy, he got in deep, got that offensive rebound, and he's causing matchup problems. Sargent Central doesn't have a complete answer for him. Chance for the three-point play. Foul on Schreiner, his first. 15 foul. Free throw front rim and missed by Jensen. And the rebound to Tyler Wittich for the Cadets. Schreiner, Wittich, Christensen, Hayek, and Fletcher. Wilprecht, your 5 for the Cadets now. Pass for Wilprecht, leaves it on a bounce, scooped up by Wittich. I don't think it was intended for him. He'll send it out for Hayek. Shot inside the arc, left wing, no good. Another rebound, 4 of them for Joe Nelson here in the first half for the Jags. Down floor, Jensen. Jensen muscles his way in, up strong, in 2 more. Jensen having his way here in the second quarter. 8 in the quarter, 12 in the half, 31-17, and just like that, the Jags have widened it to 14. It was a 1-point game as they've outscored the Cadets here. 18-5 in the second quarter. Turnaround shot. Hayek back rim, no. Jensen, another rebound is for it. Down floor with it. Here comes Crockett. Crockett drives past a defender, lays up, and it hangs on the rim, no good. Rebound, Schreiner. Schreiner back the other way with it. Left side for Sargent Central. To the corner, open. 3 is on the way. That is in and out, no good from Christensen. And the rebound, number 5 for Connor Jensen. Inside of 2 minutes to go first half. Crockett, crossover down the paint, flips it up, and off the back rim, no good. Crockett fouled, free throws coming. Crockett will shoot a pair, foul against Sargent Central. Number 3 on Tyler Wittich as he picks up his 3rd personal foul with 1:52 to play. Here in the second quarter, and Crockett, last night of the free throw line. Free throw short here for Jace. Last night of the stripe, part of his 25-point effort. He went 6 of 7 from the line in the loss to Richland. 85% foul shooter. Tristan Johnson in for the Jags, number 44. Free throw good. As Crockett, 8 points. He will head out. Leighton Stroman in. Tristan Johnson, number 44, a 6'3 junior. He'll join Jensen, Stroman, Carpenter, and Brady Richmond. 5 for Northern Cass, 32-17 Jaguars. Number 11, Chase Bolt, 5'11 sophomore in for Sargent Central. Up top with it, Christensen will drive, and a hand check and a foul called against Northern Cass. Carpenter, his first, 5th team foul. Team foul 6 on the Cadets, 5 for the Jaguars, about at 39 to go first half. Christensen, your sideline front court to deliver it in. Right wing, Austin Wilprecht. Free throw line for Bope. Bope cut off by Johnson, baseline, elevating Hayek, shot too strong, no good. Rebound into the hands of Tristan Johnson his first. Down floor, Jensen. Jensen will drive, bumps into Schreiner, keeps going, drops it inside Richmond underneath, layup no good, partially blocked Bolt looked like he got a hand on it. Richmond getting it back and fouled on the second attempt. Wasn't sure if he blocked it or at least altered it. Bolt will pick up the personal, his first 17 foul, and Richmond heading to the free throw line, where he is a 55% foul shooter. Free throw, no good. Brady last night, 2 of 2 from the stripe. He had 10.7 rebounds in their loss to Richland. Second free throw coming for Brady. That one up and got that one. Jags from the free throw line are 3 of 5 here in the half. Vanderwall and Almaris check in for Richmond and Connor Jensen. So Bryce Laxdal's gone pretty deep into that bench. They're normally a 7 to 8 player rotation. They've been closer to 10 here in the first half. 33-17 as Northern Cass has controlled things and widened the lead as the quarter has progressed. Heading right side with it into a crowded paint was Christensen. Now for Schreiner. Christensen posting up, gets the post entry look. He'll challenge Carpenter. Shot on the blocks is good. Dances and drops. Gavin Christensen with 8 points, 33-19 Jaguars. Final minute of play here before halftime at the Blickery Activity Center for the NDSCS Boys Basketball Bonanzas. Stroman. Carpenter will clear out to the top of the key. Leighton on the drive and a traveling call on Stroman. Just by our numbers, the second Northern Cass turnover. If it was a travel or a Bryce Laxdal just wanted I don't know if it was a traveler carrying call. And Bryce just wanted to ask was a double dribbler. Actually, going to call it carrying instead of a travel. It's a turnover. Whatever way you want to squeeze it. Schreiner, right side with it, posting up Christensen. They'll get it to him again. Out of the right blocks, backing down Carpenter once more. Shot inside, good. He's 5'11". He just backed down Carpenter. About same size and height-wise. He just backed him down and got to the blocks and scored again. He has 10 off the bench. 33-21 Jaguars. 15 seconds to go. Stroman harassed there by Austin Wilprecht. Stroman switches hands on the dribble. One-handed pass Vanderwall. Almaris up top off the screen. Carpenter tees up a 3 and knocks it down. Brock Carpenter the triple. Down to 1, and that'll end the first half. Tight game through a little over a quarter, and Northern Cass widening that lead. Big second quarter for Connor Jensen. Jags up 15 at the half here at the Blickery Activity Center in the NDSCS Bonanza. Halftime score Northern Cass 36. Sargent Central 21. First half numbers coming up after this 2-minute timeout.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only of the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Back here at the Blickery Activity Center, 36-21, 15-point advantage here for The Northern Cass Jaguars games earlier today. This is game 5 of 7 today at the Blickley Activity Center at Worry Arena. First game started at 10 this morning. The Kindred Vikings 65-46 winners over the Oaks Tornadoes. So the Vikings with the win now go to 15-4, and a tough loss to Hatton Northwood earlier in the week, but they took care of Hankinson last night and beat the Tornadoes 65-46. The first game of the day. Game 2 went overtime, 74-70, as Tri-State rallied, forced overtime. Cavalier winning 74-70 over the Tri-State Tigers. Wyndmere Lidgerwood beat Napoleon Gackle Streeter, 68-58 was the final. Central Cass season high in points, 85-43 winners over Milner North Sargent, as 4 in double figures, 21.7 rebounds for Christian Leitz. Josh Dixon, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Owen Worry, 16. Max Kobrevig, 10. The Bulldogs were led by Matthew Ashe with 18 points. Northern Cass, a 15-point lead at the half. Jaguars lead it 36-21. As taking a look at the first half numbers here, the Jaguars led by Connor Jensen. We talked about it. Sargent Central just doesn't have the matchup. Hayek, probably the closest man to try and counter Jensen at 6'3", but Connor, as Hayek, got a break in the second quarter, and once they did that, they tried to get the ball down low as quick and often as they could. 12 points, 5 rebounds for Jensen in the first half to lead the way for the Jags. James Crockett, 8 points, picked up a couple of fouls in the first quarter. In fact, picked up that second with just under 2.5 minutes to go. 8 for Crockett, as that's where the rally started, as it was a 1-point game. Crockett and Vanderwall hit 3-pointers to widen that lead, and things kind of blossomed from there for the Jaguars. As Crockett, 8 points. Colby Vanderwall had 8 points as well in the first half. He knocked down a 3 in the second quarter. 3 points, 4 rebounds for Brady Richmond. 3 points for Brock Carpenter on a 3-pointer. The final minute of the first half, and 2 points for Leighton Stroman. 36 in the first half. For Northern Cass, Jags were 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Richmond 1 of 2. Crockett 1 of 2. Vanderwall finishing off a 3-point play in the first quarter, 1 for 1. And Connor Jensen 0 of 1. Team fouls, 5 on Northern Cass, 2 for Crockett, 1 each for Carpenter, Joe Nelson, and Hunter Almaris. Joe Nelson didn't score but did grab 4 rebounds for the Jaguars while he was in there in the second quarter. Turnover-wise, just 2 for Northern Cass by our numbers. Leading rebounders, Jensen 5, 4 for Richmond, and Joe Nelson. For Sargent Central, Gavin Christensen comes off the bench for 10 first-half points to lead the way for the Cadets. 10 points, and Christensen a couple of baskets late, just getting down to the blocks, trying to get big down to the post and post up, and he was rewarded with back-to-back baskets. 10 points for Christensen. Jaden Hayek, 7 points, 4 rebounds and a block shot. 2 each for Dylan Schreiner and Austin Wilprack. 21 of the first half for the Sargent Central Cadets, as Sargent Central coming in on the season. We'll get their team points in just a second. The Cadets went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Both those attempts by Hayek. Sargent Central scores 40.5 points a game, lowest in Region 1, giving up 61. 7 team fouls, 3 on Tyler Wittich, 2 for Fletcher Wilprecht, and 1 each for Chase Bope and Dylan Schreiner. Leading rebounder, Hayek with 4. Christensen, Wittich, and Schreiner each 2, and 6 first-half turnovers for the Cadets. By quarters, 13-12 Northern Cass. After 1, 23-9 of the second quarter, led by 8 from Jensen. Jaguars lead at 36-21 here at halftime. Our coverage brought to you this afternoon by the Milner Grain Company, by Wisher Aviation, the Cass County Reporter, by Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative of Milner, A Country Farm Credit Services, and Piper Tax Services, Castleton and Enderlin. 15-point lead, 36-21 in favor of Northern Cass. We're back with the second half after this 3-minute timeout.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set ceiling ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
This is Michael Hall, a senior at Kindred High School and the 2018-19 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. While the scoreboard reveals the winner of a high school athletic contest, the real winners are those that display good sportsmanship. We need those people who treat competition as a game and not a war. People who show genuine concern for an injured player and those who accept all decisions of the game officials. Remember to be a good sport and a good citizen when you attend a high school game.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, to get the second half underway, it'll be Northern Cass ball. As for the Jaguars, it'll be Vanderwall, Crockett, Brady Richmond, Connor Jensen, and Hunter Ulmaris. Brad Anderson with you. 36-21, 15-point lead for Northern Cass. Entry pass, out of the high post. Jensen fires to the corner. 3, Hunter Ulmaris. Yes! All by himself. Corner pocket 3, 39-21 Jaguars. Opening minute of play here in the third. Sargent Central with Schreiner, Wittich, Wilprecht, Wyam, and Jaden Hayek. Take that back. It'll be Christensen who'll start the second half in place of Wyam. Ball knocked free as Austin Wilprecht able to keep that ball, and boy, the over and back kept it in front court. Entry pass wide of Hayek, stolen Vanderwall. Turnover number 7 for the Cadets. Crockett down floor, hit Richmond in stride underneath the basket. Wheels it over the corner for Ulmaris. Enters it down low, Jensen. Jensen up and under pass. Hayek and scores. He's got good footwork, and he's crafty inside. The game with the Jaguars gave Enderlin their only loss of the year. He had to do so in dealing with both the Hurlberts. He was going, couldn't go up over or through him. He had to go under him a lot. Runner is up, no good, and the rebound, Jensen for Northern Cass. Down floor, Crockett. Crockett spins into a crowded paint. Stop shot in traffic, no. Rebound, Sargent Central. Gavin Christensen, his third rebound. Christensen a place of Wyam to start the second half, deservedly so after a 10-point first half. So far, 5-point mini run by Northern Cass, extending the lead to 20. Hayek has it knocked free, tipped away, stolen Richmond. Down floor, hitting Crockett in stride, grabbed it on the run and lays it up and in. Off the turnover, Richmond just fired down floor and he hit Jace Crockett in stride. Pretty play off the turnover, 7-0 run, 43-21. And that late 3 from Carpenter, that run extends out a little more for the Jaguars. Brock hit that 3. The final minute of the second quarter, entry pass inside, shot from Christensen, no good, and he's fouled underneath. Gavin Christensen will head to the stripe, foul against the Jaguars. It's Tim Campbell, veteran official, to the table. As Hunter Ulmaris picks up his second, first of the half, free throw too strong from Christensen. The He lost to Wyndmere Lidgerwood last Friday. Gavin Christensen had 2 points, pair of rebounds, free throw, missed both tosses here, and Colby Vanderwall, his 4th rebound of the game, and he'll take it up floor himself for the Jags. Left side, Crockett. Cadets will go man-to-man defensively. Up top, Richmond. Entry pass, Jensen. One-on-one with Hayek. Turns to his left. Shot inside. Good. Just put it straight up, and it kissed on through. Jensen and Hayek sharing a chuckle there as Hayek might have gotten a piece of that shot as it went straight up in the air and straight down through the twine. 45-21. Now a 9-0 start here to the third quarter for the Jags. Will Preck. Right side, shots an air ball, rebound Jensen. Connor will lead the break. Look at the big fella go. He'll drive. Backs down, Hayek lays it up and in, coast to coast, and Jensen looked pretty smooth in doing that. 47-21. Jags starting to pull away here in the third quarter. Schreiner in a crossover, chased by Crockett and Richmond. Zips past both, flips it out. For no intended target, Hyatt picks it up. Free throw line jump shot, good. Jaden Hayek has 9. 47-23 Northern Cass. Diagonal pass. Olmeris in the corner. Tees up a 3. That's good. After Olmeris buries his second triple of the third quarter. Olmeris coming in 34% from beyond the arc. He has, I believe, 34 threes on the year as a scoop shot up by Schreiner up and no good. 35 made threes on the year with that triple. Richmond back the other way. He'll drive. Steps through on Hayek. Layup no good and a foul on Jaden Hayek. Richmond will head to the free throw line. Jaden Hayek's first personal. That is the first of the half against the Cadets. So far here in the quarter, 14-2 and just under 3.5 minutes of the third. The Jags have kicked the door open on this one. Free throw by Richmond is no good. Joe Nelson, John Reichel, Leighton Stroman. In no particular order in for the Jaguars. Olmeris, Vanderwall. And we need one more, boys. Somebody's got to come out. Logan Wyam checks out for Sargent Central. There's 6 out there. Connor Jensen. I don't know if he's volunteering his services, but he is going to check out. I was wondering how long the officials were going to give him before somebody had to intervene and said, no, 5's your limit. Free throw in and out, no good. Richmond misses them both. Rebound Cadets. Hayek the board. It is Hayek along with Schreiner, Wittich, Christensen, and Austin Wilprachter. 5 now for the Cadets. Wittich up top, crossover dribble. Got by Leighton Stroman defensively. Now Hayek drifts out to the top of the key. Pass nearly stolen. Gambling Crockett didn't get it. Lob inside Christensen up strong on John Reichel and banks it in again. Christensen no fear inside. He has 12, 50-25 Jaguars. 4:05 and counting in the third from NDSCS in Wahpeton. Entry pass, Joe Nelson. Can't go up and under. He tries to go through. Hayek missed it inside, and he'll be called for the loose ball foul. He was on the back of Hayek. Joe Nelson will pick up the foul. That's his second team foul against the Jags. Northern Cass will finish up the regular season at Oak Grove on Thursday night. Being a very interesting matchup there. Might be some region seating position. Jags could finish as high as 4 and as low as 6. They really can't go any lower than 6. We have a whistle. Do we have a timeout? Well, the officials are going to confer if we do have a foul or a timeout. Now, Tim Campbell, the veteran of the 3 officials, to come in here and see what we've got going on. If it will be a timeout or a foul call. We do have a break, I believe. Short timeout. Timeout on the floor. 3:50 to go, third quarter. Northern Cass 50, Sargent Central 25. Back in half a minute.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
.350 to go, third quarter. It is Sargent Central ball, 50-25. Northern Cass with the lead. Schreiner left side. Jags going more of a 2-3 zone look now. Will Precht up top, three-pointer no. Rebound Joe Nelson. Outlet for Crockett. On the left side with it, Connor Jensen back into the game for the Jaguars. Crockett backs down his defender. The runner is up, no good. Ball deflected into the hands of Jensen, dribbles out to safety with it. For Stroman, right wing. Stroman, Jensen, Joe Nelson, Reichel, and Crockett. Your 5 for Northern Cass as we come back. John Reichel, top of the key, three-pointer, good. John Reichel hits the triple. 53-25. He's got a good three-point touch and going to try and, I don't know if he's fully 100% back yet. Talking with Coach Bryce Laxdal last night, he says he's slowly making his way back from the injury. 3 up top, no good from Christensen. Stroman the rebound. Down forward, but he does add some depth for the Jags. Stroman, left wing. Reichel, one more time. Three-pointer, that one short, barely grazed the front of the rim. And we have a foul off the rebound, a foul inside against the Jaguars. Stroman picks up the personal. Layton picks up his first. I think there's a question of the scorer's table. When I hear the double buzzer, that usually means that Art or Chad or somebody there has a question. I'd say, if Mr. Official, come over here, you're confusing me. Stroman's first, third team foul. 2:48 and counting in the third. That crew down there, they've been working. They see their share of basketball between high school and NDSCS games. Backdoor cut inside, nice look for Wilprecht. Fletcher Wilprecht, a juggling catch and lays it up and in. 53-27. Northern Cass, 26-point advantage. Brock Carpenter in for the Jags. Pass tip, stolen by Wilprecht. Turnover Northern Cass. Down floor with it. Here's Schreiner past the defender. Layup no good. Rebound Christensen put back and missed it. Joe Nelson grabs the rebound for Northern Cass. Stroman, left wing with it. Jensen got a running start down the paint and flips it up with the right hand and scores. 20 for Jensen. 55-27 Northern Cass as they have controlled the middle 2 quarters. Pretty much done whatever they felt like it. Up top with it. Between the legs on the dribble, Schreiner. Schreiner hands it off to Christensen. Loosely guarded there, Jensen for Fletcher Wilprecht. Set the screens at the free throw line, driving, and the layup spins around and off from Wilprecht and a loose ball foul. That one hanging on the rim and eventually off. Loose ball foul. Wilprecht picks up his third team foul against Sargent Central. Carpenter checks out. In for Northern Cass, 21. Carter Osland, a 6'2 sophomore in. So Wilprecht 3 fouls. He and Wittich 3 for the Cadets. Team fouls now, actually the second against Sargent Central. 3 on the Jaguars. Free throw line, Joe Nelson. Had a high-low pass tipped. Swiped away by Hayek. Turnover Jaguars, their second of the third quarter. Inside of 90 seconds to go in the third. Schreiner takes a peek inside, nothing home. Wittich, entry pass. Christensen got around Reichel to the rim and banks it in for 2 more. 14 for Gavin Christensen. 55-29 Northern Cass. A minute 15 and counting here in the third. Richland and Tio Spazzino will follow, scheduled for 5:30. Hankinson and Lisbon will follow at 7. Entry pass in for Connor Jensen. Turnaround shot off 1 foot, no good. Rebound Joe Nelson put back and missed it. And the rebound to Sargent Central. Schreiner back the other way for the Cadets. Down the right side with it. Couple of crossover dribbles. Christensen fakes on the drive, steps back. 3 is up and short. Reichel grabs the rebound for the Jags. Final minute of play here in the third. 45 seconds left. Reichel, lob inside. Jensen wide open and drops it in for 2. 22 for Connor Jensen. 57-29 Northern Cass. About a 6-second difference, between 5 and 6 second difference between shot clock and game clock here at the end of the third. Schreiner will drop it off left side. Hayek turns, spins away from Nelson. Shot front rim, no. Jensen grabs the rebound. Close to a double-double. 9 rebounds unofficially to go with 22 points for Jensen. Shot clock is now off. 13 seconds and rolling in quarter number 3. Stroman takes a peek at the bench. Play from Bryce Laxdal will set the posts up high. Jensen, left wing. John Reichel hands it off. Osland fires for 3. That is short. Off the front of the rim and will go to the fourth quarter. After 3 here at NDSCS Blick Reactivity Center, Northern Cass 57, Sargent Central 29, the fourth quarter in 1 minute.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you. And selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber, but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
As we start the fourth quarter, Sargent Central ball. Pass Aaron, chase down Gage Swanson for Sargent Central. Wraparound pass is tipped away by the Jaguars in Richmond and out of bounds. 57-29 in that third quarter. 21-8 in favor of Northern Cass. Wilprecht to trigger it in for the Cadets. Inside, tip free, grab by Christensen. Boys slides into traffic, shot around three defenders, no good. Ball deflected, and they call a foul, or the ball, that's going to be, I believe, a loose ball foul. Tim Campbell to the table. It's going to be on Tristan Johnson of Northern Cass. First on Johnson, fourth Jaguar team foul. 7:50 to go in the fourth. Lob will go out off the inbounds. Caught between the circles by Schreiner. Stepping out defensively, help and recover defense there from Tristan Johnson. Fletcher Wilprecht stops to the corner, down the baseline. Wittich hands it off Christensen. Shot over Johnson, no good. Tristan, the rebound for Northern Cass. Outlet Crockett in there with Vanderwall, Richmond, and Hunter Olmeris. 57-29, crossover Crockett. Inside the arc left wing, Hunter Olmeris, runner just inside the foul line. Line drive shot, rattles around and through. 8 here in the second half for Hunter Olmeris, 59-29. Lead to 30 now for Northern Cass. The Jags, if they can hang on and win here, will go to 13-6 on the year. We'll go to 8-3 in region play, as this one does count towards the Region 1 standings. Feed inside, getting free Christensen. Shot no good, altered by Olmeris. Second chance, good. Christensen, 16 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. At least he started the game coming off the bench. Did start the second half. Olmeris is 3 around the rim, no good. Rebound Tyler Wittich for Sargent Central. 59-31 Jaguars. High on the right side with it. Wilprecht inside, wide open. Gage Swanson. They lost him inside, and the layup is good. First points for Gage Swanson, 59-33. 6.5 minutes to go. James Crockett, crossover, drives, bumps into Swanson, and a blocking foul called before he put up the shot. He made the shot, but it will not count. Jensen, 22 points, 9 rebounds unofficially for Northern Cass. Crockett at 10, double-figure scores. Swanson picks up the foul. That's his first, third against Sargent Central here in the half. Crockett puts his head down to the drive, gets to the blocks, and banks it in. Boy, so good off the dribble. He's got the very quick first step. Excellent body control. 12 for Jace, 61-33. Between the circles with it comes Sargent Central and Schreiner. Coming out high to defend is Vanderwall. And a whistle and a foul called to be against the Jags. Johnson, Lee will pick it up. Second on Tristan Johnson. Fifth Northern Cass team foul. Vanderwall, Olmeris, and Crockett checking out of the lineup. John Reichel, Joe Nelson, Leighton Stroman in for Northern Cass. 5:29 to go in the fourth. Coverage brought to you by Proceed, by Kelly's Cafe at Arthur, Casserole Water District with 13 locations, and by Arthur Senex. Ball loose, stolen, Richmond. Brady down the right side with it, able to hustle back and recover defensively. Wittich for Stroman, looked inside, now lobs it across the paint. Tristan Johnson the catch, up strong, over Hayek and scores. Tristan Johnson has his first 2. Nice job there by Richmond to deliver that pass away from the defender, kind of to the free hand of Johnson. 63-33, back to a 30-point lead for Northern Cass inside of 5 minutes to play here in regulation time. Hayek steps back to the right elbow, jump shot good. Got a nice touch out there, that mid-range. 12 for Hayek. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 63-35. Entry pass Joe Nelson, tries to go up and under. Turns it out left wing, John Reichel, 3-pointer, yes. Got the return feed, and Reichel hits his second three. Jags have hit 4 3-pointers in the second half as Hunter Elmaris and Reichel with a pair of them. 66-35. Team swapping baskets here last few times down. Entry pass, and we have a foul. It'll be on Joe Nelson. We're back into running time with the lead up over 30 points in the fourth quarter. Joe Nelson picks up his third. Team foul 6 now against Northern Cass. Brady Richmond checks out. Brock Carpenter in for Northern Cass. Jags could fall anywhere in the 4, 5, or 6 seed in the Region 1 playoffs. They can't avoid the play-in round. The top 3 seeds. Richland locked in, looks like at number 3, and then Enderlin and Kindred will battle for 1 and 2 later in the week. On Thursday, Wittich puts up the runner and scores for his first point, 66-37. That is going to be a fun one in Kindred with Enderlin and Kindred on Thursday. 3 is short by Stroman, missed everything and out of bounds. 3:25, and the clock continues to run with running time, 66-37. Between the front court comes Dylan Schreiner. Sargent Central with 5 seniors on the roster with Wittich and Schreiner and Hayek. Hayek posting up with the blocks, working on Joe Nelson. Wittich, Schreiner, head on, 21-footer front rim and short. Ball tipped by Wittich, chased down by Christensen. Sargent Central will maintain possession. Line to drive down the baseline. Christensen hands it off for Schreiner. Short shot in the paint is good. 4 for Dylan Schreiner, 66-39. Northern Cass the advantage, down to 2:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Stroman up top. Step on his defender, stops in the paint, puts up the shot. Short, Joe Nelson offensive rebound, put back no. Hayek the board for Sargent Central. Finds Schreiner. Met by Carpenter. As out between the circles comes Schreiner, high on the right side with it. Entry pass, Hayek from Wittich. Turn, shot over Joe Nelson, good! Hayek and Christensen, your double-figure scores for Sargent Central. 13 now for Hayek, 66-41 Jaguars. Stroman across the time stripe. Pass left side, Reichel. Drives, gets a step on Wilprecht, and a reach-in foul call. Fletcher Wilprecht is 4th. Just the 4th team foul, so some fouls to give here late for Sargent Central, although it looks academic at this point, inside of 2 minutes to play. As into the Cadets lineup comes Chase Bope in for Fletcher Wilprecht. Sargent Central will end the regular season Thursday on the road at Castleton against Central Cass. Reichel down the baseline, cut off short corner. Back out, leaping catch Leighton Stroman. Reichel calling for it, left wing, 3-pointer, good! John Reichel, left wing 3. 9 points on 3 3-pointers second half, 69-41 in favor of the Jags. Right wing comes Schreiner as Bryce Laxdal will empty out the bench. Bounce past Wittich, he'll step through and score. A timeout, officials timeout to get 5 new players in for Northern Cass. See if we can get them all in for you here. As Luke Wagner, 6-foot sophomore, checks in. Jacob Larson, 5'8" sophomore in. Jack Metzger, number 4, is in the lineup for the Jaguars. Carter Oslin also into the game as well for Northern Cass. Sargent Central, some substitutions. Marco Lecante, 6-foot junior, number 5, is in. As we are down close to a minute here on this one. Between the circles with it comes Oslin for the Jags. Right side, Jacob Larson. Larson gets a screen, stops, free throw circle, jump shot, front rim, no. Rebound, Gage Swanson for the Cadets. Now Gavin Christensen, lob down floor, left wing. Lecante drives, shot, no, and a foul against Northern Cass. Cam Van Wetchel, number 15, 6'1" sophomore in. He'll pick up the foul. Clock continues to run, 35 seconds. As Marco Lecante, 6-foot junior, will shoot. Free throw is around the rim and off for Sargent Central. Troy Sanchez, number 14, also in for Sargent Central. He is a 5'10" freshman. Free throw around the rim and missed. Jaguars the rebound. On the right side with it comes Oslin. Last rebound that time for Van Wetchel. 22 seconds left. Northern Cass responding well after that loss to Richland. 69-43 lead as this one ticks away. Down to 15 seconds left. Carter Oslin, Metzger. Cross-court skip pass. They swing it around left side, up to the free throw circle, back for Metzger. Cam Van Wetchel drops it off. Ball fake, Luke Wagner. 3 seconds left. Wagner, left side. See if they pull the trigger on the shot. They will not. Horn sounds, and Northern Cass with a victory. Jags with the win, now 13-6 on the year. It is a region victory. They go down to 8-3 in region play. Sargent Central falls to 1-17 and now 0-11 in region play. Stay tuned. Our post-game report up next. Final score here in this one from the Blick Reactivity Center, Ed Worry Arena. At NDSCS in Wahpeton, Northern Cass 69, Sargent Central 43. Post-game in 3 minutes.